Hey guys, it's Melissa with Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. Today I thought I would talk to you guys about a message that I got, which was that we need to be more like an empress. And if you're a male, then you would be more like the emperor. But really what it means is to take on those qualities of the empress. I don't know if any of you have studied tarot or listened to it at all, listened to people who read it. But I've been studying it a little bit, just kind of fascinated by it, wondering, what's this all about? And so I've kind of been practicing with it a little bit. But this came up to me. I just kept getting this image of the Empress. And so I thought I would talk about, those of you who don't know, what that card means and what I think it means with the message that I'm supposed to relay today. So the Empress meaning is femininity, beauty, nature, nurturing, abundance. And when I think of the Empress, you think of a beautiful woman who has a peaceful aura about her. She is sitting in luxury, right? She has all of these luxurious things around her. And she's in the middle usually of a lush forest with a stream around her. And so she has abundance not only in material wealth, but in natural wealth too, because she's in the middle of this beautiful forest with a stream around her. And it's just the essence of beauty, both natural and physical. So I feel like we need to be embracing our inner Empress, that we need to connect more with nature and with our femininity. And if you're a male who's listening to this, that doesn't exclude you. You can get in touch with who you are as well, but also just getting in touch with, I think when we talk about the femininity, I think really we're talking about Mother Earth and getting grounded with nature. And I think that's what a lot of us need to do, because especially in wintertime, it is so difficult. If you live in an area like I do where it's cold, I don't want to go outside. I just want to hibernate. It gets dark early and it's freezing out. I don't even want to go anywhere. As soon as I get home from work, I just want to stay inside. It's like, okay, once I'm home because I don't want to have to fight the cold and the wind, and I don't want to have to do any of that. If you're lucky enough to live in an area where it's still warm in the wintertime, you might still be able to get outside. In fact, it might be even nicer for you because it's not super hot during the winter. But I live in an area where the nice days in the winter are very rare. So most of the time, I'm not getting outside. And what I'm realizing is that I still need that grounding with Mother Earth and with nature, even though I'm not getting it because I'm inside. One thing that I love is just to go outside and to feel like the heat from the sun on my back. I just love to feel that and feel the warmth. And when it's kind of a cool day and you can still feel that warmth, I love that feeling. And it just makes you feel better. And I know part of that is because you are getting the natural, vitamins from the sun. And it is helping you to feel better. You need that. But we don't get that in the winter because we're inside all of the time and we're getting this artificial light, which probably isn't great for us. So we tend to not be out in nature, and so we're not really connecting with Mother Earth. But that's a very important part of feeling grounded here. So if we're not able to do that, then we have to look for other ways. If we can't just go outside, we need to find other ways. And the thing is, you can go outside in the cold. I am just one of those people, I don't like it. I don't like the cold weather, and not to sound whiny, which I probably do, but I also have a condition called Raynaud's syndrome, which is where the blood vessels in my fingers, they spasm, so it cuts off blood circulation to the tips of my fingers, so they almost look like they're dead, like there's no blood flowing there, and they get tingly like when your fingers fall asleep or your hand falls asleep. So it physically hurts too to be out there in the cold. So I don't like it, and I'm one of those people that if I'm out in the cold and I get a chill, it's hard to warm up after that, even when I come inside. So I don't like being out in the cold, but there has to be a way, right, for me to be able to connect and ground myself to Mother Earth. You know, part of also embodying the Empress is that you're abundant. So we need to know that we are abundant, and tapping into our abundance, we need to know that we're worthy of it and that we're capable of it, and it's there for us. It's there for all of us, and we need to tap into that and into the energy of being abundant. And remember that a lot starts with gratitude too, when we are grateful for all that we have, including the nature around us, you know, being grateful that we have the cold weather to go out into, because that gratitude shows that we're ready for even more. And so if you want to ground yourself, you can take a trip to a natural setting. For me, when I go to the beach, it is, I put this on Facebook one time, I said, it's like medicine for me. There's just something that's very healing about the ocean. And it's true. And it actually is true. That is one way that you can ground yourself, is to just hang out in your favorite spot in nature. It could be the mountains or it could be the ocean. I love the ocean, and I could go there all the time and just sit on a beach chair and just listen to the waves and do a little meditation there. And it just is amazing, especially the beach at night when you're in the moonlight and then you have the waves. I love it, and there's something very magical about that. But it's important to ground yourself. So whether it be going to the mountain or to a lake, when people say they just feel better when they go to the lake, or they're like, we're lake people, we love it because we love being in our boat, there is something to that. You're not making that up. You are grounding yourself with Mother Earth when you are swimming in the ocean, swimming in the lake, hiking up that mountain. You're really grounding yourself. And we need to understand that we are part of nature. You know, we're not separate entities. We are one. And we forget that sometimes. And so when you change your mindset and think about the fact that you and nature are not separate, you're actually one. And that it's important for you to take time to be out in nature, to ground yourself. And if you can't be out in nature because of, you know, the weather or whatever, there's some other things that you can do. I like listening to the natural sounds too. There's a lot of meditations out there that just have the sounds of the waves. I like listening to that. Taking a long hot bath and then putting in Epsom salt and essential oils and just listening to the sounds of the waves hitting the shore. It's something very relaxing and calming about that. So the message today is just making sure that you are taking time to be grounded, to just embody that Empress energy that you are. For some of you, you're a divine feminine. For others, you know, you're a divine masculine, that you are one with nature, that you are abundant, that you have so much and you're grateful for so much, and so much more is on its way to you. Embodying that energy that you can make anything happen. And it's true if you really believe it, and if you focus your energy on the positive and on gratitude and manifesting what you really want to happen. But go for a walk, you know, even if it's a little cold outside, maybe just take a moment and just go for a brisk walk down the street. It doesn't have to be very long, just to get yourself out there in nature. But another thing you could do if you can't get out in nature is that you could hold crystals too. I don't know, like, if you're into crystals, but I love them, and it kind of begins to be a habit because I see the ones that I want and then I want to order more. But I love the ones that I have, and one of my favorite ones is blue kyanite, and I love holding that. You can feel the energy in that, and sometimes when I do my meditation, I will actually hold crystals while I sit and meditate. And it's not a necessity, you don't have to have them, but I really like them, and I think that there is a lot of energy attached to them. The clear quartz crystal, that's another one that I like a lot, and amethyst is very healing. I use crystals in my Reiki work, and so I like using them to help with the healing, but I also feel that they have very healing and calming properties themselves, that if you need to get grounded, you can just hold your crystals too while you just sit in stillness and breathe. That's another great way. So make sure that you are living your life like the Empress or the Emperor that you are, knowing that you are capable of manifesting anything you want, and making sure that you stay grounded and connected to Mother Earth, because it is so important. And I know sometimes I just like to go for a walk. And when I do, I look all around. I look at the sky. Another awesome thing to do is to go out at night. When there's a full moon, I love going outside just to look at it, because I don't know, I'm still in awe when I look at the stars, when I look at the moon. It just is really neat. I remember being a kid and going to the planetarium, and they had a movie all about the stars, and you sat in chairs where you laid all the way back, and they pointed out the stars at night and where it would be in the sky and how you look. And I still, to this day, look for the different constellations like the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper and Orion's Belt, all because of this one trip to the planetarium when I was a kid. So there's something about that too. Go outside and look at a sunrise. You know, I had a friend who just last weekend decided to go and stay up all night and go to the beach, because he's fortunate enough to live near the beach, to watch the sunrise. And he said it was the coolest thing, and I can believe it. I bet it was. I mean, that would be a really awesome thing to be able to do. But just make sure you're appreciating nature too. Go outside and look at the stars. Go look at a sunrise. Look at the sunset. When you see a rainbow in the sky, just appreciate those things. And know that we are connected. We are connected, and you are abundant. This turned into kind of a hodgepodge of message, but I really think the true message is just embodying that Empress energy, that you can make anything manifest, and that you are connected to Mother Earth. And it's important that you stay connected to Mother Earth to ground yourself. And that's why in the meditation that I have on my website, it talks about envisioning the light coming down through the top of your head all the way down into Mother Earth and then back up again, because you're grounding yourself. So if you feel like your life's in chaos and you need more grounding, think about Reiki. Reiki is a great way to bring emotional balance to your body and to your physical well-being as well. If you're experiencing any kind of physical pain and emotional pain, Reiki is awesome for helping with both of those things. And if you're interested in shifting your life, calling in more abundance, learning how to change your mindset, get rid of those old limiting beliefs that are not serving you, check out A Purposeful Pilgrimage. You'll learn how to change your whole life, and all it takes is 22 days. Once again, I really want to thank you guys for listening. I hope that you are having a fabulous, fabulous holiday season, taking it easy, getting rest. If you like this podcast, please share it with your friends. Please leave feedback, leave a review. That helps other people to find me. Take care of yourself. Be good to you. Be gentle to you. Let your light shine. I love you guys. I will talk to you again soon. Have a great day.